This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so yesterday we have seen Redshift spectrum. Okay, so the next concept in the line is Redshift snapshots. Okay, anyway, as we see, as I already said, database is not just came today, or data warehouse is not came today. It's been there, from 30, 40 years. So already there are established data warehouses, okay, like Teradata, Oracle, okay, like this, okay, but they're on premises. But as the things evolve, so always we are focusing on reducing the cost and improving performance and all. So cloud came into picture. So now cloud data warehouses everywhere, whether it's cloud or on premises, data warehouse will be there. Okay, so business will go on and data warehouse need to be there. So data warehouse means or database means immediately there will be tables, there will be users, there will be views, queries, everything will be there. So as part of that, definitely there is backup also will be there. What is the use of backup? Backup is, in case, accidentally we delete something or something happened, okay, we need to recover the data. You see, even we will have a duplicate key, right, for our bike, just in case if we lost one key, we'll have another key. Not only bike, even our house and all. Similarly, database. What happens if something happen? For example, these people, those who are learning and joining the companies. Okay, by mistake, let's say not mistake because they don't know they dropped some table. Let's say, for example, even to be frank, when I was new, I don't know that production is such a important thing. Okay, I was even running update queries and all. Then one of the lead became he's too serious. ఇదేమన్నా మీ ఇంట్లోని వ్యవహారం అనుకోను అంటండ because we don't know actually what is it. So production means it's too risky. It's real time data. Think about you dropped a record of you know for example you have a account with HDFC Bank and some of them deleted your record from the bank, complete record, let's say they deleted, then you have the right to proceed legally on the bank. Okay, so you have some deposits and they say that you're not our customer anymore because they deleted the record. So it is such a high risk. So all the companies will maintain backup. So that backup only here it's called snapshot. As I already said, only terminology differ. Everything same to same. Okay. So as I already said, other database also we have import export tools, and here it is called copy and download. Import means here copy, export means here unload. Similarly, every database will have backups, and here also we have backup that is called snapshot. But with some advanced things, how in other databases, they will either manually take the snapshots. Snapshots means backup. Either they will manually take the backup, or they will schedule, through some manual scripting. They will write one Linux script and to take the backup like that. But in Redshift, it's automatic. Okay, I mean some advancement, obviously, right? When somebody is coming late to the market means he will come up with some new things. Otherwise, who will accept him? So obviously, he has the backup, the concept called backup, which is also known as snapshot here. And this snapshot, how it works is Redshift will automatically take snapshots. I mean, by default, it is every 8 hours, okay, or at an increase of 5 GB of data per node. Means, what is backup? Because in the production, every day some data, every day loads will happen. That's what we said, right? Every day loads will happen. Loads means here copy jobs. Means every day business will generate some data, right? Banking, telephones, supermarkets, everyone will generate new data, right? That will be loaded. So that's called, when I say data will be generated. So every day you're loading data into your house, and that means data is increasing in the warehouse. So every 8 hours it will take automatically backup, or anytime 5 GB of data increase per node it is 5 GB of data per node. Means if you have two nodes, okay, 5 GB in each node increases, it will take the backup means snapshot. So no manual effort. Of course, if you want to take backup immediately, that is also permitted. Okay, so both way it will work. If you want to take, that is called manual snapshot. Okay, if you don't want to do manual snapshot, you can leave it. Redshift will automatically take snapshot. Okay, every 8 hours, or at an increase of 5 GB of data per node. Or of course, you can change this timing. Okay, you can schedule to take backup every 1 hour. Okay, or every half an hour, or every 15 minutes, or every 2 minutes. You can change this. So there is no limit. Because why that flexibility is, for example, every 8 hours it is taking backup. That means, for example, now one backup taken. So when is the last backup? 8 hours ago. So now if you take backups, when is the next backup? After 8 hours. So what, for example, I have taken backup after 5 hours, okay, system crashed. Then what is this 5 hours data? It will lose, right? Because my data backed up now, and it will back up again after 8 hours. So what about the data between these 8 hours? It's not backed up. So AWS gives this flexibility, I mean, you decide. If you want to take backup every 2 hours, you can take. If you want to take every 1 hour, you can take. If you want to take every 15 minutes, that is also fine. Okay, but customers, they know their business. So they may take every day after the loads are completed. As I already said, loads will happen. I mean, generally during US midnight, loads will happen because daytime transactions will generate. At the end of the load, they will run. Okay, so the loads will happen. So as soon as the loads are done, they will take the snapshot backup. So data will be backed up. So 8 hours is enough, or if you want, you can customize 12 hours or 24 hours, or every day 2 p.m. Every day 2 p.m. means, for example, your jobs are completing every day, 8 a.m. For example, EST or PST. So 8 a.m. means after that you can take the backup. So all your data is safe. Like that you can schedule. Okay, so what Redshift will automatically take the snapshots. Okay, by default every 8 hours, or at the every 5 GB of data change per node. Okay, so then they will ask, can we take backup manually? Answer is yes, we can take. That is called manual snapshot. Okay, can we change? For example, you said we can take snapshot every 8 hours. Then he will ask, can we take, or can we change that schedule to every 1 hour or every 2 hours? Answer is yes, we can change it. Everything is possible. Otherwise, we will point out that as the limitation, right? Because some customer will say, boss, I want every half an hour because I have so much data. Yes, you can do. Okay, yeah. So next one, you can also schedule the snapshots. Yes, scheduling means it will automatically run. That is called scheduling, automatic. Okay, you will set like every day 2 a.m. you should run your job, then it will run. Or every day midnight 12 If you schedule, it will take the backup at that time. So you can also take manual snapshots whenever you want. Okay, cool. So now we should see the documentation. Just type Redshift snapshot. Yeah, this is Redshift snapshot and overview and all these things. Okay, so now you heard two things. Snapshot means it's a backup, and there are two types of snapshots: automatic and manual. And Redshift will automatically take every 8 hours. Okay, all these details will be there in this documentation. Okay, you can read it later whenever you free. You see here. See about every by default. By default, Amazon Redshift takes snapshot about every 8 hours or followed by every 5 GB of node of data changes. 5 GB per node of data changes or whichever comes first. Yeah, whichever happens first. If 5 GB data increased, then immediately it will take backup. Or 5 GB data not received, 8 hours completed, it will take the snapshot like that. So whatever comes first, it will do that. You see again. Alternatively, you can also take a snapshot. Okay, you can schedule it if you want every 1 hour, 2 hour, or every half an hour, or every 15 minutes. You can do it. See, and automated snapshots are enabled by default when you create cluster. Yeah, actually, what he's saying, automatic snapshots are enabled by default when you create cluster. So actually, you have not noticed that, but at the time of creating cluster, it will all, I mean, if you see the properties, it will also show automatic snapshots enabled checkbox. Okay, okay, cool. So see in the console, see here, Redshift, see left hand side snapshots. Click here, see here, see here. This is a snapshot, home page you can say because we clicked on snapshot. So how many snapshots are there? Two. These are all automated. These two are automated. There is no manual snapshot. Okay. So and here one thing. Snapshot means what? Backup, right? Backup means what? It is stored on S3, right? So storage charges will apply. Data charges will apply, right, for internet. Even earlier SMS also we need to recharge SMS charges. If we send SMS, some I mean some 5 paisa 10 paisa something like that. It used to be some 5 7 years ago. Nowadays we are all chatting on WhatsApp, so only data charges will apply. Okay, now we are using data, so data charges will apply. So here we are using snapshot storage, so storage charges will apply. But one thing, automated snapshots are free. Okay, generally, if you want to ask question on snapshot, then he will ask respective cost related question. Does the okay, you have said everything good till now. Then he will ask, do they have any additional cost like that? He will ask. Then you should answer that automated snapshots are not charged. They are free. Okay, automated snapshots. It can be automated, every 1 hour or every half an hour or every 5 minutes or every 1 minute. But automated snapshots are free. But manual snapshots will be charged. Okay, manual snapshot means I will tell you, you will create the snapshot. Automated snapshot means system will create snapshot. Manual snapshot means you will create the snapshot. So how to create a snapshot? Go to your clusters, you know. Okay, so while it's resuming, I will tell you. Yeah, manual snapshots are charged. Yeah, automated snapshots are not charged. Okay, next one, there is one more term called retention period. Retention period means, you see, for example, the snapshots are taking right automatically, and okay, if you don't do anything by default 8 hours. Okay, fine. So like in a day, how many 8 hours will be there? 3 8 hours, right? 3 8 is 24. Okay. So in one day, 3 8 hours will be there. Means 3 snapshots will be created automatic. In 1 month, 3 into 30, 90. In 1 year, 90 into 12. 90 into 12, how many? 1080. 12 అంతే కదా 1080. So 12 into 90. 1080. Yeah, 1080. So 1080 snapshots. What do you do, boss? All these snapshots. Okay. So what it will do is automatic snapshots are free, right? Free. Similarly, it will also, because after all, what we need in snapshot, we need recent, I mean, recent data, right? What is the use of if you have snapshot of, 6 months old data or 5 months old data or even 1 year old? No use, right? You need backup up to date or up to the moment. So, so it will make sense if you store the data or recent backups. Yes or no? Recent backups, because it will cover the recent, up to recent, not recent, up to recent. Backup means it's full. Okay, complete data it will have it. But for example, today you should have backup up to till last minute. If it is tomorrow, you should have backup up to tomorrow, like that. So obviously you can delete the old backups, right? Old snapshots. So the automated snapshots will automatically deleted by the system. I think at the by 35 days. Yeah, see here. I think it will be somewhere. Automated retention period from 1 to 35 days. That is for all. Yeah. Let me read. An automated snapshots, you see here this point. Automated snapshots are deleted at the end of the retention period. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Retention period. Retention period means how many days you want the snapshot to be available or backup to be available. Okay, that is retention period. So here he was talking about the retention period is 1 day. Okay, the default retention period is 1 day. That means, yeah, because you will have recent or latest data available. For example, in 1 day, how many backups? Even let's say you have not scheduled, only you left the default settings 8 hours. In 1 day, you will have 3 snapshots, right? So tomorrow means the 3 snapshots will be there for 24 hours. And as soon as the second day backups now starts, the first snapshot will be deleted. Similarly, second day second snapshot starts, the second snapshot of the first day will be deleted, like that. So second day third snapshot starts, first day third snapshot will be deleted, like that. But at any point of time, you will have your latest snapshot available. Are you clear on this point?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So a default retention period is 1 day. But you see, but you see everything you should not put conditions, but you can modify it using, because if I just put 1 day, then customers will ask, "Hey boss, I want to keep it 90 days." Okay, change it. We have that option. So like that. So that is default. Okay, if you want, you can change it. So that is available using Redshift console. I'll show you that also. Okay, cool. So then next thing, to disable automated snapshots, set the retention period to 0. Means if you put retention period 0, I mean some customers will say, boss, I don't want automated snapshots. Automated snapshot every 8 hours it will take snapshot, right? I don't want them. If I need, I will take manual back snapshot or I will do whatever I want to do. Okay, you set the retention period to 0, then it will not take any snapshots. To disable automated snapshot, set the retention period to 0. You see here, if you disable automated snapshots, Amazon Redshift stops taking snapshots and deletes any existing automated snapshots for the cluster. So as soon as you change the retention period to 0, it will not take any snapshots. And if there is any existing, old automated snapshots, it will just delete them, because when the moment you set retention period to 0, it means you don't want any automated snapshot. So if you disable automated snapshots, Amazon Redshift stops taking snapshots and deletes an existing automated snapshots. You can't disable yeah, that is for DC2 and DS2 class node types. Okay, I mean, actually, as I already said, DS2, DC2, they are of one type. Okay, in that, if you want more storage, what we should do? We should add nodes. I'm not sure you remember or not. In DC2 and DS2, if you want more storage, you have to add nodes. Okay, like that. Okay, so because each node will come with particular CPU, RAM and storage, we said, right? So if you, for example, your storage is over, you have to add one more. Add means what? You have to do resize, elastic resize or classic resize. And add nodes means what? Each node will come with particular cost, right? Each node, I'll show you. Yeah, so that you will remember the past long ago class. Redshift pricing. See this document, I'm sure you will remember. On demand pricing. See this table. Each node will come with particular pricing. You see DCT large, $0.25 per hour. DCT large, $4.8 per hour. RE3 XL plus 4X, 16X, they will come with, this is the charge. So if you're adding one more node means you have to pay this cost based on what node you're adding. Okay. So as we already said, DC2, it comes with, this is 0.16 TB means 160 GB and this is 2.5 TB. So obviously 160 GB and 2.56 means it will get over because customer data will increase rapidly. So at the time they have to add more nodes, more nodes. More nodes means what? More cost here. So what we discussed. So customer said, boss, I don't want to add node. Okay, I don't want to add node. but my storage should be available. That's why we said RA3. RA3 XL plus 4x. Here what you see here, he was given storage up to 32 TB, and here you see 4x RA3 4x large has 128 TB and 128 TB. Each this is all for single node. For example, you have two RA3 XL plus, then you will get 32 plus 32 64 TB. So although your 2.56 TB over, you can use up to 64 TB in case of RA3 nodes. Okay, if you remember in RA3 nodes, these are called Redshift managed nodes. Redshift managed storage will be used. Means if your data increases, yes, you can keep increase till that if you have two node system, 64 GB you can use. I mean, not here 64 TB you can, no need to add nodes. In case of RA3 4X up to 128 TB with a single node system, you don't need to add nodes. And here, what did we discuss with RE3 node types? It's managed storage, means how much storage you use, that much only you will pay. If you're not, for example, it's coming with 128 TB, means you're not going to pay for 128 TB storage. You will, how much, for example, you're using only 10 TB, you will be charged only for 10 TB. Okay, so one more last, I'm just telling all these points because I want to recap to you. See, in DC2, this is the price, right? I mean, DC2 large area. So, and this is the limit of the storage and all. If you add node, but again, based on number of nodes, this charge will increase. But in RA3, it's managed storage. So I already said, if you take, for example, RA3 XL plus, this will be the cost. But this is managed storage. The storage will be charged separately. Did you remember this point in RA3? Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
node.
sir.
Yeah, I want.
0.024
Yeah.
per GB.
So yeah, right. So yeah, I just want to remind that point. I mean, I just remind you. So you can use up to 64. It does not mean that it will come within this $1.086. If you are using more storage, actually in RE3, storage will be charged separately based on how much storage you are using. Okay, you have up to, for example, 2 RA3 XL plus means 32 plus 32 64, you can use it. How much you use it, that much you will be charged. So yeah, okay, cool. So what I want to tell you is here, yeah, in RA3, yeah, in RA3 retention period is, you can set RA3 note type automated retention period up to 1 to 35 days. In, you see, in normal nodes, what is the default retention period? 1 day. Default retention period is 1 day, but you can modify it using a Redshift console. Okay, that is for normal nodes. But RA3, you can keep automated retention period 1 to 35 days. Okay, not more than that. But anyway, 35 days also is more. What we need only latest data, right? Yeah. Okay, so that is in case of RA3 nodes. What is the retention period? 1 to 35 days. Means after 35 days, it will automatically deleted. And automated snapshots you cannot delete. Only system will delete. Only system will delete as per that retention period. Bus. See the next point. Next point. Only Amazon Redshift can delete it now. Only means what? Only means that only can do. Nobody else can do. Only Amazon Redshift can delete automated snapshots. Okay, you cannot delete them manually. Anyway, if you read all these points, you will know. Okay, but anyway, it's good to cover them. So you cannot delete them manually. Amazon Redshift deleted automated snapshot at the end of snapshot retention period. Okay, so when it will delete? At the end of retention period. Okay, means if retention period is over, it will delete automatically. You cannot delete them. Automated snapshots. But manual snapshots, since you will create manual snapshots, so you can delete it. System will not delete it. Okay, if you create something that is called manual snapshot, and manual snapshot, you can store any up to 10 years. Okay, I mean, not required, but it has given that much. You can store any amount of time. So 10 years means it will store up to 9999. How many years? 9999. How many years, boss? 4 nines divided by 365. Mm-hmm. 27 years. Okay. So don't worry, nobody will store that much long. Yeah, but it has given, that much time. I will show you everything now. Okay, so when you disable automatic snapshots for the cluster, when delete the Redshift retains the latest order until you disable. Okay, so next one. When you disable automated snapshots for the cluster, or when you delete the cluster, Amazon Redshift retains the latest automated snapshot until you disable automated snapshots. Okay. What he is saying is your snapshot will not be deleted until you delete the cluster or until you disable the snapshot. How to disable the snapshot? Putting the retention period to 0. If you put the retention period 0 means it will not create any snapshots and it will delete all the snapshots. Or if you delete the cluster also, it will clear all the existing snapshots. So, but anyway, automated snapshots are not charged, so you don't have to worry. But manual snapshots will be charged. Okay. So, see, if you want to keep, you see here, if you want to keep an automated snapshot for longer period, you can create a copy of its manual snapshot. Manual snapshot means if you create, that is called manual. See here the difference. The automated snapshot is retained until the end of the retention period. Okay, because it's automated, so it will have retention period. But the corresponding manual snapshot is retained until you manually delete it or until the end of the retention period. So manual snapshot also you can set retention period. Okay, if you set retention period, it will be there till retention period. Otherwise, it will be there till you delete it. So anyway, everything, the points, whatever I said, they only will be here. You see here one more point. Automated snapshots will be for every 8 hours. You see, I mean, he's telling you can set for every 8 hour or 12 hour, whatever it may be, you can put it. Okay, so, okay, cool. So now I will show you. Okay, go to clusters. So click on snapshots. It will take you to snapshots window. See, one more is taken. See here, for all the, see, I have two clusters, Redshift 2 and Redshift 1. Everything is shown here. In this system or in this AWS account, whatever is there, everything will be shown. See here, Redshift cluster 1, this is a snapshot. Redshift cluster 2, these are the snapshots. But all are automated. Okay, but you see, earlier before in the I mean, just now I showed 2, 2, right? Now 3, 3. One more is added. See, September 16, today. Okay, so okay, even you see, for example, these are automated, right? Even you want to delete, you cannot delete. You see, you cannot delete an automated snapshot. Okay, if you want to delete, you need to modify the retention period. Okay, and then how to modify, and then click on there, it will go to easy. This is the cluster creation step. If you remember, this is what, right? We gave name, okay, and all these things when creating cluster. See, database configuration. So, or you see, I will show you. I will create cluster and I will show you at that time. See here. I'm asking you, see, by default, AWS user will be there. That's what I said last time. Prasad. Okay. When you create cluster.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the cluster creation step. When you click on create cluster, yeah, this page will open. You can give some name or production free trial. You can select. Okay. You should select free trial. Okay. But in real time means they will select production. So you can select what type of node you want to create. You can select it, and how many nodes you want to create. You can select it. And here it will show what is the price for that many number of nodes. And database configuration, username, password, cluster permissions, automatic config. See here, backup. See here, backup details. Automated snapshots are created about every 8 hours or following 5 GB of data per change, whichever comes first. Okay, if these are all defaults, if you click this, see here, I unchecked this. Use default means this one. Let's say I don't want to default. Then go to maintenance or database configurations. Where is that? Yeah, backup. See here in this backup, automated snapshot schedule. You see by default, if you put okay, default automated snap, you can change. Okay, you can put how much retention period you want to give. Since this is RA3 cluster, so it is showing 1 to 35. Okay, I have created above RA3 cluster, right? RA3. See RA3 4X. Okay, so it is showing 1 to 35. Or let's say you select some DC2. And then, yeah, whatever it may be based on the node, it will show. Default schedule or every 2 hours, or you can create, okay, whatever you want. Retention period, I think, yeah, retention period must be, if not, to not create automated. Yeah, if it is automated snapshot, 0 to 35. Or yeah, by default 1. Yeah, by default 1 for automated snapshots. Right, by default 1 we said. Yeah, of course, if you want to change, you can change it. I will tell you how to change that. Or you see, manual snapshots means indefinitely. Indefinitely means it's up to you. Okay, custom value. You select custom value, and you can give, you can give 10,000. See, I mean, I said right, 10 years. 3,653 means it's 10 years. Okay, retention period must be 1 to 3,653. Okay, by 365 if you give, it is 10 years. Okay, so yeah, these are the backup configuration things. Okay, cool. So in this way you can change the retention period and all. Okay, now how to take backup? I mean, that is the main thing, right? How to take backup? You see, come to snapshots, create snapshot. Click on create snapshot. Yeah, it will ask which cluster. I have two clusters, right? And this is on now. This is paused, so that's why it is disabled. I paused that, so it is disabled. It's available. So yeah, you can give the name. Okay, whatever name you want to give, you can give. Okay, test snapshot. Okay, see this, since this is a manual snapshot. Why it's a manual snapshot? I am creating manually. So by default, indefinitely means unlimited. Means what? Indefinitely means till you delete. That's what it means. Till you delete, it will be there indefinitely. Or you can just keep it 1 day, 7 day, or you can give some 90 days. For example, you want to change it to 90 days. You can keep it 90 days. So if you create snapshot, it will be created. See here, snapshot was created successfully. If you refresh, yeah, it will create. Once it's created, it will show here only. Okay, test snapshot. Okay, see here, type is manual. Okay, and you see time until retention, we gave 90 days, right? So it will show once it completes this. See here, cluster status got. No, this is not snapshot status. It was before that. Okay, snapshot will not do anything. Okay, snapshot can run. It will not affect the clusters, I mean, down or anything. If snapshots can impact, I mean, generally they may ask such kind of question. If snapshots are impacting cluster, then what is the use of snapshot? It is no use, right? If some users are customizing every 1 hour, then that's not, I mean, every 1 hour it's impacting the system. That's not right. Okay, so I think we have to do hard refresh. Means from browser you have to do that. Snapshots. You can practice these things, okay, in your system, and then you'll get more clarity. And for example, you are in this cluster. See, here also you can go and see query monitoring maintenance. In maintenance, I think you will have snapshots down. See backup details. See here, yeah. See in cluster, this is cluster, right? In maintenance tab, see here backup details. This is your retention period, automated 1 day, manually, I think indefinite. If it is manual, indefinite, automated means 1 day. These are your cluster settings. See, this is your manual snapshot. From here also you can go and see. Okay, or you can directly come to left hand side Okay, go to snapshots tab and click here. Okay, here also you can see here total snapshots 4, automated 3, manual 1. Okay, so anyway, it is chargeable. So anyway, let me wait till it's complete. Okay, fine. So meanwhile, I will tell you actually why we are creating snapshot. Just in case, for example, some of our team member deleted a table, we should be able to restore, right? Yes or no? Yeah, we should be able to restore. So I will tell you how to restore a table. So for example, this snapshot created just now, right? Just before our class, or I mean after we started the class. See, this is great. So we can use this latest snapshot to restore a table. Okay. So how to restore? Select this. Okay. See here, actions, restore table from snapshot. See here, restore table from snapshot. You click this. I mean, generally, this is a backup. Restoring is not a regular thing. Maybe if your bad luck or somebody else bad luck, if he delete, then DBS will be asked to immediately restore. It's a very rare thing. But in interview, he can ask, right? So you should be knowing, that's all. Yeah, we can restore. We can go to snapshots in the console and check the which snapshot from which you want to restore and go to restore table from snapshot. And select your snapshot, give the database name, schema name, table name, okay, which you want to restore from the backup. What backup is there, right? Snapshot from that. So that is the source database name, source schema, source table to where you want to restore. This is the Redshift database name, schema, table. Target means here Redshift. You want to restore to Redshift, right? Yes. Then what is these things? Database, schema, table. These are all from backup. In your backup, these will fetch database, schema, table in your backup, and it will try to restore in this database, in this schema, in this table. And click on this restore table. See last. See here, this test snapshot is created. See, retention period 90 days. Okay, but since this is a manual snapshot, this you can delete it. You say select it and delete it. Delete, you can delete. Okay, or you see, you can actions. You see, manual snapshot settings. You can go and you can change retention period 1 day, 7 day, or some 10 days, so that it will automatically delete. Or you can just delete it, or you can use this to restore a table. Okay, like I used the automated, so you can use this. Okay, or restore snapshot. For example, you can use this snapshot. For example, this is production data, right? You can use this snapshot to create a test cluster with this data. It's a restore snapshot. You can click this, restore to provisioned cluster. Yeah, if you click this, it will try to create another cluster with this data. See here. I mean, what is this use case is? Generally, you have production data, right? So you want to create same cluster, for tester or development. Then take the backup of the production and create snapshot. This option I showed. See, check this and restore snapshot. Then restore to provision cluster. Then you can give here, a Redshift cluster, test environment, or QA environment. I mean, QA or test both are same. I'm just telling you so that you will know QA or Dev Redshift or something like, Dev Redshift. So, bus, it will use that snapshot and create this cluster, and that cluster can be used for the development purpose, and it will have all the tables and all. Okay, very, very informative. Okay, yeah, you can know it. Okay, you should know it because they may ask. We don't know due to our bad luck. If they ask, you cannot say, then it's our bad luck. So, although it's not as much important as others, but you should know it. Everything that I taught, you should know it. Because when you're answering everything well, then interviewer will go one by one, all concepts he will touch it. Okay, so all concepts he will ask. Then if you're answering all, then you are done. Yeah, I'm done. Any questions?
No, sir. Mm.
Understood clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool then. Anyway, one more point is I said right, we can schedule snapshot schedule. See this option, snapshot schedule, and you can create a schedule. Means, for example, every 1 hour. Okay, see here, create snapshot every 1 hour. See here, option daily. You can give comments daily snapshot. Not daily, it's hourly snapshot, right? Yeah, hourly snapshot every 1 hour. For example, if I want to create daily, then here write every day. I mean, here create snapshot every one. I think. Wait. Create snapshot every. I think, yeah, 24 hours. 24 hour. Yeah, means daily. Okay, if you want to mention in hours. Okay, so for example, this is in hours, right? This dropped. But if you click here, you see every day. Here the option is there every recurring or one time. For example, at 1 midnight, this is 00 means midnight. Midnight every day. This will run. Create snapshot 00 means midnight, right? 00 means midnight. Or let's say 1 a.m. This is 1 a.m. in the midnight on every day. This is everyday snapshot. Okay, just add snapshot schedule. If you click it, yeah, you can give every day. The value can only contain, I mean, space I have given, that's why it was asking. Yeah, so it is asking every day which cluster you want to attach. I want to attach to this cluster to attach. That's all attached. So this cluster 2 will run, you see, every day. Daily it will run for this. So this is daily attached. So if you want to delete, you can delete. Delete schedule. Okay, and then if you delete, what happens? It will automatically go with the default schedule. Okay, so Every day, okay. Cluster attached, okay. You can, yeah, it's being attached, okay. So, yeah, I mean, that is just for your information, but actually, yeah, just in case required. How to? You see, snapshot schedule, and it is self-instructive. You can create is add snapshot schedule, and you can create hourly or daily, whatever you want. Hourly means above option, recurring or daily. Recurring means what? Every day on so and so time, or every week. Every week also you can do. It's a weekend. See, weekend. Weekend also you can do. Okay. So, certain time you can do like that. I mean, you can play it, but generally companies will do, yeah, automated snapshots unless they're doing, some resize or something. They will take manual backup so that if something goes wrong, they can use the manual backup immediately to restore. For example, you are upgrading the system, so before upgrade they will take, because till that time data will be there in that manual snapshot. So once upgrading means resizing, everything going went well, no problem. After that they will delete the manual snapshot. Yeah, backup concepts are the same, okay, in any database. But here you should know that what is snapshot. Snapshot means, backup concept in Redshift. It's automated and manual, yeah, all the stuff that we discussed. Okay. Are we good to close? Or any questions?
No questions.
Good, sir.
Okay. Okay, sure. Hey, I mean, you're okay. I mean, you're okay with me, or you're happy or unhappy? What is that? Or I'm troubling you?
No, sir. No, no. Why
No, sir.
you are asking like this? Thing.
No, yeah, because we need to see the interest of the audience. Yeah, very informative as long as you remember all the points. But generally what happens is we'll forget. Okay, you see, for example, almost 1 month is there. What we taught about, earlier. Do you remember resize and all? Morning. I mean, earlier of this classes, what is elastic resize? What is classic resize? Did you remember? Or do you remember that node types DC2, DS2,
Yes, sir.
that pricing we discussed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We discussed
yeah,
1, 2 class, 2, 3 class.
Yes, sir.
yeah. So you need to, memorize. Somnath, especially if you want to try, just study from top to bottom. Study so hard. What is okay? What is the problem if you know? No problem. Later on, if you don't try, also no problem. When you try, then it will be easily remembered, right? If you don't study now, again it will become new when you try, maybe after whenever you want to study, right? So after during the training, you should study once so that it will be there with you. After that, whenever you try to job, you can of course revise at that time. You're trying or not trying, Samnath?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm trying.
Trying for job?
Job? No, no, not now. Okay.
That's what I'm asking. Okay, cool. No problem. Not a rush for working employees, not a rush. Okay, that's why I was saying like that. Okay, then, take care. See you tomorrow. What is today for you? Friday?
Yes, sir. Friday morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tomorrow is Saturday. Okay. Shall we take off tomorrow, or shall you would like to attend?
I don't have no
Mm,
problem, sir.
We'll go as
Yeah.
per Somnath. I mean, if you want week off, take week off. Okay, we'll continue on Monday only.
Yeah, anything is fine.
Okay, week off is week off because we are from day one we are following week off. So take week off. Okay, happy
Okay.
week.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, take care. Bye.
So
Okay.
can
Thank you.
you share the recording, sir?
Yeah, yeah. I will share all the week
Yes.
recordings till now.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah. Sure. Take care.
thank you.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.